I would rather do shows that have the majority of non-white people at the show than the majority of white people.
Yeah.
Bottom line, do you think tattooing and having tattoos is strictly in the name of vanity? Hey, Make It Perfect. Once again, 6 years later, the first actual returning guest, Ryan Thomas, tattooer. And we were over there at, it was a Block House. We were over there 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And I remember I looked at myself, I watched that recently, and, I just started lifting weights, bro.
Yeah.
So I was looking at myself at how frail I was and looking at you, and you're just like fucking jacked, man.
Used to be, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You still look jacked.
Thanks.
But we're doing this again, and Ryan, tell them about your show that's coming up.
I'm attempting to do a project that's called The Year of the Snake. It'll be here at Rockwall Gallery, October 25th, from 6 to 9. Mm-hmm. And the whole concept of it is paint 25 paintings of the subject matter being the snake, and then tattoo the exact image on 25 clients. And they will be here for the show as well, to kind of have the client standing next to the painting of that tattoo.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been done before. I'm sure it has. I've seen bigger cities do stuff similar to this, but I kind of wanted to do something like this here in Nashville.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, and that's Rockwall Gallery's 438 Houston Street, and we're in Houston Station right now, but it's in the bottom floor there. And unique idea. Ryan and I have known each other a long time and worked together in different capacities, and I'm glad we're doing this.
Yeah, me too. Right. Thanks for helping me out with this. Yeah.
So we're gonna get some painting done. You know how it goes. And these are, you know how it goes, dude. My brushes from my studio.
Yeah.
We'll see if they're crunchy. They're probably. Dude, what was the first tattoo that you started for this this show you're doing?
Man, the first tattoo was actually a panther and snake, but we have removed it to make room for something a little bit bigger, which I'm thankful for the client. He wasn't like super into, I mean, he didn't mind being a part of the project, but he was like, yo, if you need me, cool. If not, that's cool too.
You removed it? What did you
say?
Okay.
I mean, I kind of had something like larger come along.
So I see.
I think the presence of that for the show is really important.
Yep.
For there just to be like big pieces. So we kind of just maneuvered a few different clients around, and a few people dropped off in the entire process, which
Kind of
is
be expected, I guess. It seems like.
Yeah, I guess, but like some people got the tattoo and then dropped off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of
Come on, chumpers.
interesting.
Come on.
But it happens. I'm thankful for the clients that have been a part of it.
Yeah. That's cool.
I think
Go ahead.
I think that's the hardest variable. The client's timing.
Yeah.
Making sure stuff heals properly to have it presentable.
I saw this last one you did. That's pretty close to the show. It was on a girl. I can't remember. It was maybe a leg sleeved snake.
Yeah.
That thing looks so good, man.
Thank you, man.
God.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Man, I do want to talk about our fucking argument, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's good, man. I'm going to tell you what happened from my perspective, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And we'll just leave people out of it, just you and me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I would never bring up.
Yeah. So you and I feel like from the way that I see how my perception of you and how we work together and stuff like that, you mentioned this too, that we're both stubborn. And I agree with that to a point, and I know where that stubbornness has just wrecked parts of my life,
Yeah.
And so I think when we were working on this lowbrow thing, you are really, really big on logistical clarity, and I think you are really big on having a tight communication where the words are not loose. Like you want to know
direct.
Yep. You want to know the details. You want to know the the exact times. You want to know, okay, if I'm getting into this, what is this going to cost me? Are you when you say this, are you trying to achieve this? All that stuff. And I do appreciate that. And it showed me how much of my ADHD, not as an excuse, is in play when I'm doing logistical things with people.
Yeah.
Because I'm ripping and roaring in my mind trying to keep this stuff together, and other stuff is coming up, like a lot of people. But I'm saying for me, it was like, you wanted more details than I could give at any particular moment.
Yeah.
And to me, it came across as domineering and pushy, and to the point of where I had to eject myself.
Yeah.
You know? And so that's my perception of how you were in that time. You can do that. You can do that back to me for sure.
Yeah, and I think because I'm like a really efficient person, and everything revolves around those specifics in my life.
Yep.
Because of family, art, tattooing, anything else that I want to be involved in, I automatically assume that that's the answer for everybody's process, is to become more efficient. And I guess that, like, bulldozing, you should be more efficient, is definitely not how everybody acts or everybody wants their thing to go.
Yeah.
I think some people's is more chaotic, and some, it can just exist just as well in the end.
Yeah.
But like, that stuff's stressful to me,
totally
because my day is based on so much efficiency.
Totally.
Because I'm never going to use an excuse for anything.
Yeah.
Like I just am not a person who says like, oh, I couldn't get to that today because of X, Y, Z. I'm going to get to it if I say I'm going to get to it.
Yep.
And I think that is another thing of kind of like what I said of my expectations of myself pushing into my expectations of people.
Oh, yeah.
And that's like super unfair of those people, because they're my expectations.
To those people.
Yeah. What's that?
Not unfair of them, unfair to them.
To them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's me being
probably
pushy in the way I go about my lifestyle is to be so efficient on my daily routine. And I think that can be an answer logistically for maybe the problems that we were facing in that show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess I just didn't understand why that efficiency wouldn't have been beneficial. Yeah. And I think my thought was like, if I help you with that efficiency and take some off your plate, it would be helpful for you.
Yeah, right.
And I think you took it, or maybe I bulldozed it too far into like, it should be my way. You know what I mean?
Sure.
When really it's literally just like, I'm just trying to make I want to help, and I'm not very good at the way to show that I want to help. I guess it comes across people like that bulldozy kind of feel, you know?
Sure. I was also super insecure, and I think I didn't know how to handle that when we were working together. And I realize now that we're working on the stuff that we're working on now, and it's like, I think I was, again, back then I wanted people's approval quite a bit, you know? But then you go through some fire and try to build your own thing. And then you're like, hey, okay, we can all do this together. And what works for me is not going to work for you.
Totally.
How I hear things is going to be different from how you hear things, and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So I would love to hear what you thought of how your perception of how I was doing it back then, like I did for you.
Like the show?
No holds barred. Just when
Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I'm talking about like the working together, the lead up, how you saw my personality when you were working with me back then.
I think, you know, you kind of described it. You said something about your ADHD, ADD, you know, where I think it is a little bit more chaotic in the process, where my brain automatically goes to like a more efficient, more, I don't know, kind of process. Like I said, trying to take it off your plate to deal with some of the tattooers that you were dealing with, and why we were having such a hard time, or why you were having such a hard time communicating with some of them. And some of them are so difficult to communicate with. I think that was like my approach to it. But in terms of like your personality, like it was your project.
Sure.
Who am I to like kind of come into it and help you navigate it.
Sure.
If you needed help, you would have asked for help.
Truly.
And you
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
So that's something that I have to realize for myself. Like, you know, there's like the, I'm going to talk to you, but I might not want advice. I might just want a sounding board to
Got
hear.
it.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah, totally,
And I have to be
totally.
better about that,
Oh,
you
that's
know,
good.
because not
Yeah.
everybody talking to me in communication
Want your
is
help.
looking for, they don't want my, you know what I
God,
mean?
man.
And that's so
Yeah.
that's so difficult. And
I
I
do that
understand
too.
that,
Yeah.
but it's really difficult, especially if you don't have a lot in common with people.
Yeah.
If you have common ground and a common experience, it's worth sharing sometimes. But is that what people want, or did they just want to
Just
vent?
listen.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
totally.
And that's
Yeah.
you know
Yeah,
those are
yeah.
things that I'm starting to learn from
Yeah.
coworkers that are definitely different from the guys that I started working with.
Right.
All the people that I started working with were very bulldozy, very like hard on each other, and like we were able to grow with that. But now I work with people that are they're just different, you know, different in a great way.
Yep.
And I have to learn those personalities, and I think it's really beneficial to help me communicate better with different kinds of people that aren't so bulldozy like I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get that, you know.
Yeah.
So, but when it came to you, it was just
That's a cool
yours.
thing to say. Yeah,
You know
sure,
what I mean?
sure,
It was
sure.
yours. What, you know, and I think that took me a while to like really try to understand initially, like when we broke up.
We broke up
for lack of better terms.
year and a half, maybe, or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, for lack of better terms.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
When we broke up, it took me a while to like really think through the process of like, man, this is his process. Who am I to like even help with making it more efficient? But I think if it could get to its potential, I think getting to full efficiency is what makes things
Yeah, you're
get
right.
to their full potential. Some people just have more of a
Totally.
chaotic way of getting to that to that chaos or getting to that end story. God, this is awful.
Are you you're more A type, right? I would say.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
That's the person that is like the personality that when I work with is my nemesis and also the thing that helps me the most.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I can be A type, Daniel. I'm sure you can, like, I'm always like, dude, we got to do this. But also, dude, here, let me fix your mic, homie. It kind of sticks out sometimes. There you go. But yeah, look at, but sometimes like I'll be talking to somebody and they'll pick up on the distress in me, and they might take it as distress calls, like help me, because dude, I'm just expressive and anxious sometimes.
Yeah.
And just like talking about how I'm feeling about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people that are more A-type want to fix, and they want to be like, yo, you can do these things to do that. And I'm like, dude, all I need you to do is listen, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so I think we ran into that, but it's badass that we can come here now and do this. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
That's like my whole shit. Let me get to some of these questions. Hey, yo, let me get one of these right here. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you.
All right, let's see. So some questions I have for you. Now these are gonna get you, I think. I'm pretty happy about that. Do you think that tattoos you have done have a soul once they're on somebody?
I don't know. I think that's for the keeper of them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
What do you think though? What do you think about the tattoos you put on people? Could that be true?
that's a tough question. Do they have a soul? I don't know. I get to carry, or they get to carry it. I get to give it to them. Maybe it has a soul. I don't know. That's a really hard question. Yeah, I'd say they probably do.
Cool.
I think there's something in them. You know, I don't know if I'd call it a soul, but there's like a rawness to my tattoos, I think, these days. And I think the people that carry them think they have a soul, you know?
Yep.
I just finished my first bodysuit.
Oh yeah, I saw that, man.
On this amazing client who just
Put in work.
sat great, didn't use like numbing agents or anything like that. You know, some days we'd have 6 hours and some days we'd have 2 hours over a 4.5 year span.
Wow.
And I'd say that he probably thinks that that tattoo has a soul to it.
Yeah.
Because of that relationship that we built over that time. And I couldn't think of a better client to do my first bodysuit on, to be honest. He was awesome.
Is perfection possible in tattooing? That's the first part.
Yeah, but not for me.
Oh, okay.
I tattoo with people that tattoo, or I mean, some of my coworkers
What
Some
does
of their
it mean?
tattoos are perfect.
Okay, what is that? So that
I mean, they
means-
just heal flawlessly, right?
Okay,
They
okay.
just heal so well.
So that's like
whether
number
it's
one.
Application is perfect. The client treats it perfect, and it just heals perfect.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm not after that. I don't.
Got
I
it.
think that is a different kind of tattooing for me.
Yep.
And I think a lot of that is based on the client. You know, heal it perfect skin, sit for hours on hours on hours, and I think sometimes there's just a variable that is in tattooing that it's not a science. You know, I mean, there is science based to it, but like, you know, there's too many variables. You know, you could tattoo somebody and they could get sick.
Yeah,
and
right.
they could hop on antibiotics to take that sickness away, and then those antibiotics would not heal the tattoo properly.
Right.
Which I've had that happen, and that's a bummer, but it happens. You know.
You could tattoo someone with Tourette syndrome. They keep moving.
Yeah, no shit. Kept touching. I think the first time I tattooed you was during COVID. You kept yanking my mask off. Yeah, and I was just like, whatever.
Hey, we're rolling
and then,
with this shit. Yeah,
and then you kept flicking my hat, which, I mean, it's your tattoo, you know.
Yeah.
I know
you did it though. God.
Yeah, I know I can pull a straight line, but can you quit flicking my hat?
Well, I'll do my best, man. Tattoo. Look at this, Daniel. This tattoo healed good. It's still fucking sweet. It's a blast over too, man. Covered up some shit. You know what I mean? Okay, why do you think ego is so prevalent in tattooer culture?
Man, I don't know. I think it's just the artists and everybody that has that, you know?
It's a little different in tattoos, man.
I don't know why it's so big in tattooing. I think we all try to get to a point where we are tattooing exactly what we want to do sometimes as opposed to the client. So I think sometimes it's like this overdeveloped ego to try to get to that.
Like people want my style.
People want my
I
style.
understand.
So like even before that's happening, you kind of have to assume that to get there. You know, you have to take on that mentality in order to get it there. And I think that sometimes creates that massive ego on people.
Got it. Got it.
Maybe, but
No, that's a good
could
look.
also be wrong.
I'd not thought of that before. That's good. That's totally cool. That rock star mentality for sure is a thing. And I mean, tattooing is such an intimate thing, and you kind of, I'm obviously not a tattooer, but I've watched my art have control over people. And when you're a tattooer, you're putting someone in a state of pain, and they want you to. So you have this authority over a human being when you're tattooing them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But I think that's the least appropriate time to input in ego.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude,
it's
for sure.
the most vulnerable
Yeah.
time, especially these days where people are kind of leaning on us to not only like tattoo them, but like kind of pass the education of tattooing.
Yeah.
I always try to approach, and I might even said this last time when we did the show, is like I try to push knowledge instead of opinion, because my opinion of their tattoo doesn't matter, but my knowledge is part of the reason that they come to you. And I think that can get misconstrued sometimes as like being egotistical.
I see.
Because I think it's just a communication thing. You know, and my communication is, like I said, bulldozy. So
I don't mean that overall.
No, I mean I know it is. Like I'm aware of it. I think it is because, you know, at some point we've done the research, and like I said, I've had the laser. I don't want this person to have the laser. And their idea is probably going to go in that direction where it's not going to be maybe that strong of a tattoo. So we try to implement, you know, things that will prevent those tattoos from being like that.
Right. Like if they want, hey, I just want some blue, light blue, and that's it.
I mean, stuff that's not going to hold up.
Yeah.
Something super small. Something that's, you know, people picking colors that aren't great.
Yeah.
Like black, ochre, and orange and green. Like that's not really necessarily the best. But yeah, I feel like that is a reason why people think we're egotistical. And then some of them just are.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Yeah.
Do you think that tattoos, dude, now really like underneath all of it, the practice, the healing, the profession, all the deep meaning for people, do you think tattooing and having tattoos is strictly in the name of vanity?
No.
Okay.
No.
Tell me why.
I mean, I think so many people, especially people that have been getting tattooed for a long time, like we all kind of started in places that nobody saw.
Okay.
You know, so it's like I understand that, like,
That's
from
great.
a vanity perspective, it can also be internal where I just want to look at myself differently.
Yeah.
I tend to think of vanity more as like what other people are seeing. And it's definitely not why I started getting tattooed. I think a lot of people start getting tattooed for sentimental purposes, and then they just find the whole experience to be, I don't know, you can call it spiritual, you can call it magic. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I see that. But we just want to keep doing it. But I do think there are people that get them for vanity purposes. You know, I feel like, and I'm not like an old head by any means trying to say all these young people are getting tattoos, but I've heard people just tell me they want it where people can see it.
Yeah.
And that's definitely something that
I've definitely said.
I didn't grow up thinking, you know, it just so happened that I ran out of space to then people started visually seeing my tattoos.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's a vanity thing.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think there's a look to it, right? And I think nowadays where things are so specific in, you know, some of the styles of tattoos, it's a vanity thing more so than it ever has been. But I think people that truly love getting tattooed and truly love the art of tattooing, it has nothing to do with vanity.
Got it.
I think sometimes it comes, I don't know, man, there's like this thing in me where, you know, the like esthetician type stuff, right?
Yeah,
People
right.
are getting all this stuff. I think that comes from the same place as us getting tattooed. So that has a vanity to it sometimes, but I couldn't say that that has vanity and then tattooing doesn't, right?
Yeah, right.
I think that internally comes from the same place of us wanting to change or modify ourselves in a way. I just, for me, I don't think it comes from a vain place.
Got it.
You know?
Great. That's great. So what do you think makes the Nashville's tattoo scene unique, and also what makes it insufferable?
I don't know that it has a scene.
Okay.
To be honest, and that's a huge thing of why I'm like trying to do this show. And I really liked, you know, when the lowbrow stuff was kind of approaching it that way. Because I think from an exterior standpoint that what you were trying to do is, I don't know your intentions behind it, but it felt like
you were a bunch of them.
Yeah, I'm sure. I still feel like some of that is to contribute to a tattoo scene. And I do think that that's a part of the reason I'm putting on this, or like we are putting on this show, is to kind of help push in a direction of, I don't know, we're supposed to be like this bigger cosmopolitan city, but yet we don't really have like an actual tattoo scene. And I don't know that we actually have like an art scene, you know, just because they have art crawls and stuff like that doesn't necessarily mean we have an art scene.
The Nashville tattoo scene has been behind, and I've heard people that have been working in it a long time say the same thing. And that's not a knock. Believe me, I'll fucking knock the art scene here in a heartbeat. I don't, no problem with that. But the credit is due that people are doing things. People are like putting on other kinds of shows, like I don't like lowbrow, and like even, God damn it, Artville is coming in doing their thing. Which,
what's that?
It's like it's a kind of an art festival now. I think it happens in September. I'm telling you, man, it's not easy doing a gallery, man. I've heard a lot of gallery people just be like, "What am I doing?" You know what I'm saying?
Would you blame that on the lack of scene, or would you blame it on like the?
I'd say the
artists,
the scene, the collectors, the time, the money.
What makes it difficult from the artist perspective, or dealing with the artist perspective?
For artists, what makes it difficult?
What makes it difficult to deal with those artists that is kind of keeping it from growing in the direction that you want it to grow in?
Oh, I don't know if I have a direction I want it to grow. Yeah. I don't, honestly, no offense, I don't really care about it because I'm doing something different that's outside of that. I still do Rockwall, and I'm still happy to do it, to show artists' work and stuff like that. And that's like that's my one of my contributions here, you know. But I think I can only speak from how I view it and my perception and how I act in these situations. If I go into an art show with a chip on my shoulder or anywhere, I'm not going to have a fucking good time.
As the artist or as the curator? Yeah.
Just as an artist walking into another art thing. I'm just going to feel insecure. I'm going to be like, you know, people generally say art shows are stuffy, and they fucking are. I'll tell you what, Ryan, check this out. I work with a curator named Reggie Wayne, and he's about to be here after you doing to Make It Perfect. So I've been, you know, Reggie. I've been working with Reggie. He's done like 3 shows in Rockwall, and and primarily black people come out to his shows.
Yeah.
And I would rather do shows that have the majority of non-white people at the show than the majority of white people.
Yeah.
Bottom line. Yeah. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because when Reggie's crowd comes in and like they're doing their shit, they got their art up, they are fucking stoked and they're not hiding it.
Yeah.
They're out. Community. They're there to be seen. They're there to promote their stuff. They're there to do their thing. You go to like a show in Nashville, and the white people are like this. Hey man, I'll bag on white people. I don't give a fuck. It's the truth. Fuck you. If you're a white person, you're like, hey, you knock on white people. Fuck you. Anyway, so this is white people at a show. Oh, like just so frozen. Whereas the black shows down there, and I say black shows because it's more black artists. It's just wonderful. The music's up, the vibe is up, dude. And I just feel way more comfortable there. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
I absolutely what you're saying.
It's the truth.
Yeah. And I think that for my upbringing, you know, but yeah, there is like a positivity in that community.
So cool.
And a lack of stuffiness in that community when it comes to music, art, all of that. I
love it.
There's a support. I feel like sometimes I guess, I don't know if I'd say our community, but it's like not cool to show your appreciation for other people's stuff and like celebrate other people's
unless they can get you somewhere.
It's somewhere.
Unreal.
Yeah. And I mean, that is wholeheartedly truthful, especially in art, tattooing, music.
Ugh.
I can't imagine being a part of the music scene here because I'm sure that's kind of relatively similar for a lot of the people.
When you're tattooing, who's really in control? Are you in control, the machine, the client, or the skin?
God, there's so many variables in that. Like the machine can be great for somebody's skin and be horrible for somebody else's.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm in control, right? Because if I can't control X machine, I should probably set up Y machine, you know? And be able to change that variable because we have the ability to change things so easily these days. And there are certain machines that work better with different people. There's snappier machines. There's machines that push. There's machines that snap. There's just all these different variables in people, and they can change from color to color. They can definitely change from client to client. And they obviously change from machine to machine because I don't think there's a one size fits all when it comes to tattoo machines.
Gotcha.
I think sometimes like what I'm using now will not work tomorrow on what I'm using. You know what I mean? So,
what's one of your favorite machines to use?
None of them right now.
Okay.
To be honest, I think we all go through a thing sometimes, and I definitely go through it where I want something new to kind of create a new learning experience in my brain. I get bored. I think that's probably what we call it. Try new paint, like as an artist, I don't know, try new paintbrushes, but we just try new machines constantly to make my brain go around.
Got it.
And kind of, it slows you down because you're trying to adjust to the learning curve of this new machine. So I don't love the cordless stuff. I love the ability to stand up and tattoo, and sometimes you can just set up one machine to do those things. But I don't love the results of them.
Oh, the cordless ones?
Yeah, they just like don't heal like I mean, for me, for some of my coworkers, they're great, but for me, they just don't heal like a standard coil machine does.
Okay, that's old school.
Like a normal,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a beauty and a mistake in tattoo? When you're tattooing?
Yes,
okay.
I think some of the best tattooers in the world have this rawness to them where it's loose.
Yeah.
You know, and I think there's then the people that do loose tattoos because they lack ability.
Yeah.
But I think there's a path that you go through to trying to do like the most cleanest, perfect tattoos, and at some point, artistic freedom kind of takes its wings and
Yeah,
goes in a direction where like looseness becomes, I don't know, so great in tattooing. And then to have a client understand that like maybe that line doesn't touch like it should, or maybe it's thicker in this spot, but there's like more of a flow to it.
And a feel.
Way. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I think some of the super
cool.
Perfect tattoos,
Yeah.
they look, I mean, I guess this answers your question from before. They look soulless. You know what I mean?
Got it, dude.
They do.
Got it.
And to circle back on that.
I can think of a few people that I know that.
Yeah.
tattoo.
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with
fine.
that.
That's fine.
Because
Totally.
I think more than likely those people probably have something in them that you're striving for such a clean, perfect tattoo.
Yeah.
And I want clean line work. I want things that like tattooers zoom in on my stuff and be like, I get why he did that.
Yep.
Maybe the general public doesn't answer or like doesn't, understand that.
Yep.
But I think if the wearer is confident in what I just did on them, more than likely a tattooer would zoom in on it and understand why I did it. Does that make sense?
Yep. All right. Hey, yo, we're done.
Sick.
Let me see what you got. Dude, look at the diff of our fucking shit, dude. I'm pretty pumped on this today, man. Yeah. Look at this shit, man.
Yeah, those are some big teeth over there.
Harrison,
I got a
all
feeling.
day.
Yeah, I was just gonna
All
say, I got a
day,
feeling
man.
I know whose teeth those are.
Yeah, dude. Tell me about it.
I mean, what else would I paint?
I'm
I'm a one-trick pony at this point.
I want that.
Yeah. I
Maybe we can hang it up in the show. Would you hang it up in the
no.
show? Come on,
No.
dude. Okay, all right.
I mean, you can somewhere in the basement.
Yeah, okay. It is the basement down there.
That's true. That's true. Maybe that space with no windows in it, so
Dude,
nobody can see it.
The hit of the green
Thanks.
is really powerful to me.
Perspective is a little off on the jaw. And stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Nah, it looks like a painting. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look like an AI image or like someone who's went to technical school all day. That stuff it's cool when I see that, but I want to see something that someone just worked through. You know what I mean?
My tattoos definitely will never look like AI. I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Cool.
Hey, dude, right here. Thanks.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yes. October 25th, 2025, Ryan Thomas at Rockwall Gallery, Year of the Snake. And come here, Daniel. Keep it in your pants. See ya.